Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Knife Chats with Tobias. I'm Tobias, and this is Knife Chats. If you like what you see, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell. Thought I'd take a few minutes to talk about my Old Forge knives. Now, for those who are unfamiliar with Old Forge, this is also a Smoky Mountain Knife Works house brand. SMKW brings you the Rough Rider line of knives. Matter of fact, that is probably their flagship line of house brands, the Rough Rider. Old Forge is just another trademark that they own. And, well, let me put it this way. When you're talking about budget knives, Old Forge knives are definitely budget knives, and you're going to notice that right away. We can say, let's just say that they're a bit rustic. We'll leave it at that. You can make up your own mind on what you think of the quality as we go forward in this video. In the case of both of these knives, I picked them up basically to put me over the free shipping threshold. I was ordering them from Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and they were on sale at the time. I think they were going for somewhere around $7. They usually go for like $12, or they were usually going for about $12. I'm seeing them now on eBay going for as high as $20. I do not know if Rough Rider, I don't know if Smoky Mountain Knife Works is going to place a new order for these or not. In any case, this is the first one I picked up, and tell you the truth, I was, for a $7 knife, I was quite pleased with it. Does it have issues? Yes, it definitely has issues, but it got nice thick slabs of ram horn on there, and it looks pretty decent. It's got that rustic look about it, which I was mentioning. You notice the blade is blackened, and it's got little forge marks going on there. They claim that the blades are hand forged. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. It definitely gives that look like it is, pounded out with a hammer and all that other stuff. The handle is attached by 3 brass pins, and it comes with this file work back spring, and this is your typical file work that is done somewhere in a factory in China. So it looks pretty good. I mean, it's done on a lathe, or it's cut out by laser or something, but it looks pretty decent. The steel used in this, from what I saw, from what I remember, the liners and the back spring are listed as stainless steel. The blade is just listed as steel. Nothing more, nothing less, just steel. I don't know if it's stainless, I don't know if it's carbon, I don't know what grade it is or anything else, and I didn't really bother to look into it. I mean, it's a $7 knife, and it was relatively sharp coming out of the box, able to cut cardboard and paper and all that other stuff. So, and if we open it up, not too bad of a snap, opening and closing. The closing snap is a little bit weak, or it sounds a little bit weak, but that isn't really the case. What the problem is right about there is where the blade starts to make contact with the liner. So about halfway into the blade, it makes contact with the liner, and that's how much the blade alignment is off. And that is probably a major issue for the knife. And does it actually hurt its performance if you were to actually take it out and use it? Not really. And the blade, it definitely has significant wobble going on. I mean, watch this. Can you see that? You can actually see it turn a little bit. And you notice there's a gap right up on the top here where the blade is meeting and everything. So that joint is a little bit loose up there, and that's why you have blade wobble. The more you work the blade wobble, the worse it's going to get. We all know that too. But also, the more the blade hits the side of the liner, the worse it's going to get too. So in general, it's not a bad knife for $7. And basically, considering I was using it to get me over the free shipping threshold, I really don't have a problem with it. I have it sitting around here, and I occasionally grab it to cut open a box or something, simply because it's out and about, and it's handy. It's not something I carry all the time. So that was the first one I got, and then I saw a second one, and I was thinking, do I really want to spend another $7 on one of these knives? I know how mediocre this one is. Do I really want to spend $7 on another mediocre knife? And basically, it was mainly because of what the design was of this knife, the OF030. This one was the OF032. That said, you know what? It'll get you over the free shipping. Go ahead and pick it up. It kind of looks cool, and that's really why I ended up picking it up. I was already knew what the quality was going to be like. I wasn't going in completely blind, and so this is the one I picked up, and you can probably tell why. It's a really nice powder horn. Again, it's about the same length as this one. They're both about 4.5 inches long, but this one, it really has the size and shape that I kind of like in knives. I really like powder horns. It's got that wonderful finger choil up there, and so I went ahead and picked it up. Notice same, very similar file worked back spring, bent a little bit more, so I don't know if it's exactly the same, but definitely done on some kind of lathe. The hammer marks on the blade are also, well, they're like probably about the same. So I don't know how much of this is actually forged or not. Again, mystery still in it, all about. But again, also $7. I think the normal price for this one was somewhere around $11 or $12. I know they are going now on eBay for up around the $20 range. And I guess that's why I'm doing this video, to show you just what quality these knives are. So if you see it on eBay for $20, I don't think I would spend $20 on this knife. $7 or basically something to throw me over the free shipping threshold, I had absolutely no problem with it for these knives. The ram horn is nice and thick. It looks really good again. You notice there is definitely some significant gapping along the back spring here. You notice how it's very close on that side, a little more distant on this side. But the handle is well pinned and tight, actually to the point that the blade is also pretty tight opening. I have tried oiling it and everything else, and if you notice here, talk about movement on the blade. You see that? And that's not normal behavior in a blade. And so you definitely have a significant blade wobble in the knife. And it just does not close smoothly at all. You really have to give some pressure to push it down. And there's also some pulling involved opening it. But will it cut? Yes, it will cut. You can get a decent edge on the blade and everything else. It came relatively sharp, easily cutting through paper and cutting up cardboard and stuff. And well, heck, it just looks really cool. That's really what it came down to. For it's, you know, am I going to pass this off as a family heirloom or something like that? No, not really. But I don't mind picking it up, opening it up, and cutting up a box or something with it, because it will cut a box. But build quality wise, old forged knives are really rough. Let's just put it that way. You're going to find blade wobble in them. There's gapping in the back springs. There's definite blade rub going on, but they do look kind of cool. This is one of those knives where it's like, Old Forge, why don't you spend just a little bit of time on this, put in a little bit put in instead of a mystery steel, put in an actual blade steel, like a 1070 carbon or something like that, and charging me 25-30 bucks for it. I would be happy to spend more money for those wonderful ram horn scales if the build quality was better and the blade steel was known. That's where I would say I would go with it. That would be my final review. But you throw this in your pocket, you use it for a while, and get used to how crappy the build is. It's one of those things like, well, any knife is better than no knife. I guess you could say it that way also. In any case, I thought I would just warn you what quality you're looking at with these knives. It's one of those things where they definitely look better than they work. I'm happy to have gotten free shipping by spending $7 on these knives, but if I were to buy one of these knives for $20, I would be very, very, very disappointed. I'll just put it that way. But if you're looking for something rustic and you can get it for a really dirt cheap price, and you know what you're getting coming in to begin with, there you have it. In any case, I'll let you go now, put in some slides of at the end here, and call it a day. Let me take just a second to thank you once again for dropping by and spending a few minutes here at Knife Chats with the Pious. I really do appreciate it, and I do appreciate any comments that you leave. So please remember to give me that thumbs up or that you know what, and also don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you'll know when the next episode is up and running. Thanks again for dropping by. Really do appreciate your time here.